Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. I know I am. If you guys didn't see today, EA has released a new video on EASHL, and they called it Build Your Brand, Xbox One and PS4. And it's a video focused on the new features in ESHL. Before I get into those details, I do want to cover the one clip of the goalies we saw, and it's a human goalie, sliding into the post, getting into the reverse VH, going to the opposite post. Now, if we're going to slow this down to make it a little more clear for everyone, because you may not have caught this. So, the goalie does a butterfly slide into the post. The puck goes behind the net, which we mentioned before will automatically put you in reverse VH if you're on the post. Now, look at how snappy this animation is, okay? It's less realistic, which is a good thing. We don't want it to be slow. He literally snaps to the post right away. That's important. It's very quick. Now, the puck goes behind the net, and if I'm guessing here correctly, it looks like a right stick slide off the post, which when the puck is behind the net will bring you to the other post. And briefly, the goalie gets into a butterfly post lean, which is what happens when the puck is in front of the goal line, but you're still near the post or on the post. And then immediately after that, he just comes off the post into a butterfly position. Now let's get into the nitty gritty details of the video. I'm not gonna play the video for you here. I'm gonna read it off a post on the EA website. It briefly goes over the different sized rinks. So you're gonna start in a small community rink and build your way up to a pro stadium. You can pretty much customize a good chunk of what that's going to look like, right down to your goal horn. As you can see there, we got the Bro Hymn tribute by Pennywise. I love that song. It's my favorite song. It's a 100% going to be my club's win song, and possibly every goal song as well. They also briefly go into detail about some new classes. Now, there's 3 new forward classes and 1 new defensive class. There's the hitting sniper, the jumbo playmaker, and the two-way dangler. Of course, all those are going to need to be tested and tuned to make sure they're balanced, but I've heard good things from some of the skater game changers about those builds. They really like them. And the puck-moving defenseman, that's awesome. That's actually a community build there. We kind of wanted to get another defensive build, and I think it's going to be a very exciting build for defensemen to use, and hopefully it doesn't make any of the other classes obsolete like the offensive defenseman. I think the offensive defenseman is going to get a boost to his shot, and maybe a little bit of a nerf on his puck handling skills, whereas now the puck moving defenseman will be puck moving defenseman is basically like a dangler in the defensive class. Of course, the size and weight there is going to come into play. So we'll see how that plays out. And there are no new goalie classes. Now, people may be upset about that. I don't know. The reason here is there's just no point. In real life, there's one goalie style and it's hybrid, okay? Sometimes people spend more time in their butterfly and some other goalies stand up a little more. But honestly, we don't need that many different choices for classes because right now the builds aren't that different anyway. There's very small difference. Actually, there is no difference between the builds right now. It doesn't really matter. The actual stats are different, but they just don't matter that much for goalies. What's more important is the actual tuning of the goalies, and that affects us more right now. I mean, I hope we get to a point where we can tweak the builds and have fun with it, but honestly, right now, a 3 is all we need. We just need to make sure the position plays well, which it's looking promising for this year. We'll see how it plays in the beta. They also improve some anti-griefing measures. So goalies quitting in ESHL club games, in any game that starts with 2 human goalies, it requires those goalies to finish the game. Otherwise, the team that the goalie drops out of or quits out of gets a loss. For drop-in games, any team that has their goalie leave is replaced by a backup goalie who is smaller and has lower skill rating level to even the playing field. So that's going to help in drop-in because you can't just have a goalie quit out and then they get a loss and they troll all the other drop-in players, because there is a new matchmaking system that basically takes your skill level and your stats and your wins and everything like that and matches you up with players based on similar skills. Now, if you're quitting out of games and trolling, it's going to affect that, and it's going to put you with other trolls and stuff like that. So be careful this year. Drop-in isn't the place just to mess around now, really. If you want to take it seriously, you can. And you can also pick your position before you go into a drop-in game. So no more just getting into a lobby and racing for right wing or whatever you want. You can select goalie, and it'll put you in a game that doesn't have a goalie. If you select right wing, it'll put you in a game that doesn't have a right wing. Also, drop-in lobbies roll over, so you can play with the same people over and over again if you want to. You can, of course, back out if you don't want to play with those people anymore, but it will keep you with the same group. So if you get a group of people you like and drop in, you can keep playing with them the whole time. Now, that was obviously done to encourage people to play club more, because the new ESHL club system is amazing with the team progression. It's going to be the most competitive year for ESHL. They really want to get as many 6v6 teams in there, so make sure you guys, if you guys get a good drop in, going, make sure you guys get those guys on a club and play. It's definitely worth it. One of the other things they improved is the online connection. It shows you your quality on a connection bar in the pregame matchup screen. They also have a real-time connection quality, like with a graph. It's kind of cool. I think I remember like Call of Duty having like net graph on the PC or something like that, so you can see your connection quality from the last 2 minutes of the game. And also game server selection. They automatically find which server is best for you based on your entire team and their pings to each game server. And club invitations are back, so GMs can now invite their players to join their club manually, entering their player names or selecting a profile name in different in-game locations such as leaderboards or the drop-in dressing rooms. They can also use drop-in to scout players and recruit them to join their team, so that's great. And you can also view a club's roster now again. So that's not a new feature by any means, but they brought it back, so that's awesome. And that's it for this video, guys. I encourage you to check out the actual video released by EA, because it goes into detail over all the customization. There's a lot of cool different jerseys, hairstyles for your guy, not just for your team. You can make your guy look pretty ridiculous this year, I think. So it's going to be awesome. You can have custom celebrations. There's you're going to get one special celebration. I think the dab's kind of stupid, but it's in the game if you want it. You can also do like a headstand and slide on the edge. Anyway, there's lots of cool stuff. Check it out for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe for more NHL 17 news, and coming soon, NHL 17 goalie tips for the beta. I'm going to make sure you guys are all set and ready to go so you guys can kill it in the beta. All right, see you guys next time.